All right, let's talk about the new order report in Butter. So we've just released an upgrade to the order report, giving you guys a lot more functionality and view into seeing how your sales have been going and what's been going on there. So really excited to show this to you here. So what's going to happen here, the first thing that you want to do is when you log in here is go to your reports tab, and then you're going to, if you're on a PC, hold down the Control, the Shift, and the letter R all at the same time. And when we do that, I'll just do that really quickly here. Go ahead and do that. Control Shift R. And that's just going to hard refresh the server. And if there is any code that's missing, it will re-download the code and you'll get the new report. If you happen to be on a Mac, then I don't know how to do that on a Mac, but I do know that you could just clear your cache, and that should do the same thing. So once you have the report here, go ahead and select a date range here. And I've selected quite a big date range here because there isn't very many orders on this demo store that we're on here. But I've got 35 orders queued up already, and so that should be good enough for now. So once you got this set up here and you have your date range all set, the download report is what's important. Now you'll notice here that this really didn't change. This is the same report that you might be used to. So just disregard this screen data. We haven't really done anything with this yet. The real magic happens in the download. So clicking the download report, you'll now see that you have a couple of options here. You can look at the report either by customer sales or by product sales, and we'll take a look at what the differences are there. But let's just go ahead and download the customer sales report first. So we get it down there. And we'll just go ahead and open up this Excel sheet here. And if you don't have Excel, don't worry. I'll show you how to import that to Google Sheets, and everybody can get Google Sheets, and you can still do the same thing in there. So what's going on here is now we've actually downloaded the report, and we've got a couple cool things here. First of all, it has all this header data up here that you can see, and this kind of gives you an overall of the things here. So we downloaded 35 orders. There's a total of 10 products in those orders and 42 variations, so on and so forth. Here's your gross revenue and your net income. So just really quickly, if that's all you're looking to see, you can get that information right there. Now, the really cool part about this report is these filters here. If you notice that each one of these things has a little down arrow on here because we've filtered all of the columns. And the cool thing about this is, let's say, for example, that we want to see the manufacturer. So let's just go and see here. Where's our manufacturer column on this particular thing? Let's just scroll over. We've got a lot of different stuff we can look at. Okay, so here's the manufacturer. We can just open that up a little bit so we can see. And I can click this down arrow here, and I can see really quickly. Oops, back up really quickly. Before you do this, you just need to click the enable editing. So if you can't do anything on here, for some reason Excel just makes you do that, right? So now we can edit. So back up now. Now we can go over here to the manufacturer, and we can extend that so we can see it, and then we can pull this down. And now we can see here I have 4 manufacturers that make up all of this here, and all of them are selected. But if I just uncheck select all and I say I just want to see Chong's Choice, for example, I can say OK. And there are all of the orders that were done by Chong's Choice. So we had 3 different deliveries. Those are the order numbers there that we had. These are the people that we sold it to on the dates and all that kind of stuff. The cool thing about filters is that you can use multiple filters. So let's say I want to see, the manufacturer Chong's Choice, and I only want to see ones that were that Raymond was a driver. So you can see there's only one there. So I can again unselect, and I can just select Raymond Chavez here, bam, and then there's that. So you can really get down to just the basics on what you want to see, which is really cool. Going back into the filter, selecting all, we'll bring stuff back, and there we go. So we can see everything there. One thing to note on this particular order, sheet is that all these filters at the top here, all these items at the top here, are for all the orders. So even if I'm filtering down below, these numbers don't change, and that's just a limitation of the filtering and Excel. Nothing we can really do about that. So the cool workaround on that one for Excel and also for Google Sheets and everything is if you actually want to see how much is in a column, all you have to do is actually click the column itself and then note right down here, it'll sum it up for you automatically. So you can just look and see, do I have any sales tax? Yep, there's 373 in that column, and so on and so forth. How many additional discounts did I give? We got nothing in there, so on and so forth. So that's how to do that. Anyways, that's a quick overview of the filters and the downloads there. Let's talk a little bit about what this report is versus the product report. So we're in a customer sales report, so everything is looking at from the terms of the customer. If you look here, let me see if I can get a good example here. Now we've got a couple, let's say Little Mayo lit sticks we have in here, right? If you notice, it shows that item several different times, but in each one of them, it's, like this one, Jack Townsend right here, he bought a bunch of lit sticks over here, 3 packs, but each one of them is a little bit different. Maybe it's in a different order. Yeah, order 7, order 8, order 16, and order 17 by Jack all about the lit sticks. And so it shows all that there. And so you're going to get a one-line item for every single item that was in every single order. Now, if I want to see, like, say, show me what order 4 looked like, I can just do that there through the filters that we already saw. And then I can see every item that was in order number 4. That sort of thing. So I think you'll get used to this pretty quickly, and then the filters will become something that you'll use a lot as you're trying to look for the different data. So when we want to look at things from the customer, like let me see the items that are in this particular order and so forth, this is the report that we will generate. However, if we're actually looking to see like how the performance of our actual products are doing, and we don't necessarily care about who we sold it to, but we just want to see, how much we sold and for what, and so on and so forth. We'll close this one here. We'll go back to our order report, and then we'll download it by product sales. Now this is going to be product centric. So when we open it up, each product is only going to be represented one time per line. I'll do this, let it open. I'll click the edit button up here. I don't even know if that might be off the screen for you, but there's an edit button up there. And now we can see that we only have product sales report. So we have one for each and every one that we have here. And what basically this is, even though you might see lit sticks twice, that is because they're going to be 2 different batches of lit sticks. Now, some of this data is actually really old before we had all the batch numbering set up, and it is a demo server, so the batch number is blank on a lot of these. It's here on a couple of them, but if there are fields that are blank here in the demo that I'm showing you, just understand that this would all be filled in with your batch numbers and stuff, right? So in each one of these, if I wanted to look at, say, let's just pick one, 3 times crazy. Okay, so let's just look at that line right here. Okay, so a gram of 3 times crazy, right? Let's just see how much of that was sold in here, and I can go over here. And I can see my total sold is 5. And I sold 5 of those all at full price. And if I had discounted any of those, I would also see a number here. So maybe I said 5, maybe 4 of them were sold at full price, and then 1 of them was at discount. I can see the gross revenue that I pulled in on that, and then I can also see what my net income was on that across the board here. And then it gives me all the relevant data here on that particular product. And then, so you can filter this just the same way we did with the other report for your various things. Again, you can filter by manufacturer, by grade, by strain, so on and so forth, or multiples there in order to see. So this really gives you a great view into your sales by both product and customer, and we're hoping that that will open up a lot for you guys. So we're looking forward to hearing your comments. Please, get back to me. You can info@butter.io or pete@butter.io. Both of them work, and just tell me what you're thinking. And if you see any problems or suggestions, we'd love to hear about it. Thanks. Bye.